You clicked for drones versus air defense. You're in the right place. The raid starts with a quiet fact most people miss. Ukraine didn't hunt tanks first. A Punisher UAV found the convoy, and M777S with GPS-guided shells went for fuel trucks and a field command node. From that choice, everything else unraveled. Bridge layers, recovery vehicles, and mobile radars fell in sequence. Stay with me to see how severing fuel and comms can neutralize a force that still has all its guns. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. Costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Tanks tempt you, but the first shots don't chase turrets. They cut fuel, kill radios, and smash the brain of the march. Why start there? Because armor without gas is a statue, and armor without orders is a crowd. A Punisher UAV rides the road grid at tree height and scans for the softail.
We are on a training ground with Ukrainian soldiers learning to use the Punisher, a 100% locally made attack drone.
They can fly up to 45 kilometers from the launch site and do not leave a detectable heat signature.
Created in 2016, it was swiftly redesigned after the Russian aggression of February 2022.
It marks a snaking column, then lingers over the rear where the lifelines hide in plain sight. The call goes up the chain. A fire mission locks in. M777 cruise seat GPS-guided rounds. Fuse timer set for airburst and hard kill. Target list, fuel bozers, a field command truck, the relay van that ties the map to the guns. Conventional wisdom says crack the lead tanks and stop the spear. But the guns ignore the heavy plates and aim for the soft belly. Does that risk a counterpunch? It reads risky until you watch timing do the work. The first volley lands on the bozers. Black plumes lift, lines of diesel catch, and the fire walks forward under its own heat.
Here, there is no need to wait for Western arms deliveries. Ukraine is going on the offensive.
It's the quietest drone.
The 50 Punisher systems will each have 2 anti-radio electronic warfare aircrafts. The drones are resistant to radio electronic interference.
Flying at 400 meters, it's impossible to tell that it's there. And even on a windless night, it's very, very difficult to spot it.
The command truck loses its antennas like teeth. The signal dies mid-sentence. Orders written 10 minutes ago no longer match the road ahead. The map that looked like a spear point turns to scrap. Drivers break into each other. Crews climb out to wave arms. The line bends, then kinks.
It is also the fastest drone in Ukraine, as it flies at a speed of 55 meters per second, almost 200 kilometers per hour.
And Ukraine continues to develop its resistance against intensifying Russian strikes. A private Ukrainian drone manufacturer is testing a new attack system, the Punisher aircraft.
The Punisher is currently the fastest drone used on the Ukrainian front line. Its speed, combined with the distance it can cover and its stealth,
then breaks into pockets of metal with no shared clock. Tanks still have shells. They just don't have gas, a route, or a voice. Modern doctrine treats support like arteries, not skin. Cut fuel and command and control, and the heaviest unit becomes its own restraint. Mass stops being power and turns into weight. You don't need to chew the armor plate if you can starve the heart. Meanwhile, LEA 10,000 drones orbit a fixed box and feed the loop.
make it an instrument of choice for the army, especially for targeted strikes. It is able to carry an explosive charge of up to 2.5 kilos at a time when Ukraine is still waiting for the green light from the West for the delivery of combat jets and to return to its base without being spotted. In other words, it can reach targets in occupied territories.
Each pass tags which trucks burn, which still idle, which crew doors stay open. FPV teams wait cold, heads down, batteries topped. They don't chase the first flames. They watch for movement. Maintenance rigs rolling, a recovery vehicle inching up with a tow bar, the bridge layer jockeying to clear a ditch. The moment a wrench appears, an FPV darts in and ends the repair before it begins,
while minimizing the lethal risk for Ukrainian troops.
We have developed a safe communication system. so when it's necessary, the drone can remain undetectable.
In the battle for the skies currently being played out in Ukraine,
artillery and Stugna P teams work in pairs. Guns suppress the near tree line and the road shoulders. Stugna operators pick off the enablers, the bridge layers expose deck, the recovery vehicles boom, the engineer truck stacked with charges. Each kill denies a future move. Every denied move buys minutes. Electronic warfare creeps in like fog. A Buell AD node flickers from an underground run. Pole 21 masts start to hiss on the edge of the grid. Nota X modules have been buried along ducts and tunnels for days. Radios spike with bursts of noise. Drone feeds glitch, then regain, then smear again. Counter-battery radars stutter. And the reply that should be 30 seconds late drifts to 3 minutes. In this kind of fight, 3 minutes is an era.
And our goal is to protect not just the device, but also our operators. We are also developing several mechanisms that make it possible to work in stealth mode.
drones perform an essential role that Kyiv wants to develop. For now, 100 Punishers are already deployed along the front line.
The air defense bubble should save them. Launchers, search radar, tracking radar, and a crate of missiles that cost as much as a block of homes. So why are drones still threading in? Because a bubble is only as fast as its data. Latency stacks. Sensors stare down the main avenues and miss the low crawl in the seams. A $600 million system can be slow and deaf if the comms that knit it together cough, if the operators get partial feeds, if the target list updates just a hair too late. Drones don't need to beat the missile. They just need to beat the loop. By the second volley, the convoy is a steel serpent biting its own tail. Tanks with full racks can't move. Radars can't stabilize in the heat, shimmer, and smoke. The command net is a chorus of open mics and dead air. Crews crouch behind road wheels and wait for orders that will not come. The kill chain runs on its own now: spot, fire, assess, adjust each link shorter than the last. So we arrive at the real ask. How does a $50 drone touch a fortress guarded by missiles worth more than a city block? It starts by cutting the lines that tell the fortress where to look, when to move, and how to breathe. And the next step is even cheaper. You don't need to kill armor to beat armor. You cut what feeds it, blind what guides it, and block what fixes it. Fuel first, comms next, then recovery. Heavy steel turns into static metal. So what would you do under fire? Go for the Bozers, the command net, or the tow rigs? Comment your choice below. If you want more hard-nosed tactical breakdowns, subscribe. The future fight rewards system breakers, not trophy hunters. The side that severs fuel, scrambles data, and denies repair sets the pace. Learn the chain and you control the tempo. And once you hold tempo, the field starts to tilt.